Hey everyone, it's Big Swag. Doing a review on the Dream. It's made by Beautiful. It's the bt804 rebuildable atomizer. Just first things first, it doesn't come with this this tube. It comes with this one. I got this from Vapor Bank. This is a VV Nova tube, and it fits. I like the look of it. That's why it's on there. And I'm going to do a quick breakdown of this. I wasn't going to, but the first video I uploaded didn't upload and disappeared, so I figured I'd just go ahead and do it the right way. It's a rebuildable atomizer. Use silica wick. You know, I didn't think I was going to like it at first. But, you know, I do. I've actually been using it a lot lately. More into the Genesis, you know, stainless steel mesh type of atomizers. I was worried about silica wick taste and things like that. And you know, I really don't get this from this. As long as the wick stays saturated, it's pretty much good to go. Alright, here. Where's it? Here's the coil. There's two pins. I'm sorry you really can't see this, but there are a few better videos. There's a pin on either side of this coil, and then you take your silica, you wrap it down, and there's a juice feeding area where there's like a notch in the threading, and that's how it feeds your wick. And then you kind of fold them down in there, and if you move them back and forth a little bit, it'll cut your wick, and you know, kind of leave it in that little gap, you know, and then cut it off. I'm not going to tear this whole coil apart. I like it. I have a 3-2 wrap of 0.6 by 0.1 ribbon fanfall on it. So it's real simple to use. Like I said, like when I showed you before, there's two little pins. You pull them out. You stuff you stick your coil down in there. Put the pin in. You're done. No screws. No nothing. Really simple to make. Just make sure nothing's touching before you know. Fill it up with juice. Dry burn it once. I've seen that people say they let it catch on fire, and that basically makes your wick burn a little better, makes it heat up a little faster. So you're at, you know, a good, you know, when you hit the button, it burns instead of, it doesn't take time to heat up. It's a 0.7 ohm coil. This comes with a 5-pack of coils with it. I don't like them. They're 1.9 ohms, a little too high for me. I'm using a mechanical mod. I like to look better. I did use it with the first coil that was in it. And I stuck it on my probe area and bumped it up to like 5 volts, and it worked good. But again, like I'm more into the mechanical, so you know the lower ohms works better for me. And you know you can fill it up straight through the top. I'll just fill it up around that side. The cap will kind of push some juice into the coil, which is fine with me. Not that big of a deal, actually. Didn't do it this time, but sometimes it will. And I gotta say, like, this thing works great for me. I really like it. I had one major issue with it, and I kind of fixed it. The other night I was using this, and you know it was on my mod, and the mod tipped over, banged on something kind of hard, and at the bottom of this there's a 510 connector with a space where the airflow is, and there is this little spring inside of it. Let me try to find out where the camera is. There it is. That spring touches that top. Well, when it fell over, the spring slid. And I don't know if it was because I had taken the cap off too many times or what, but it lost its tension, and it slid over, and like there's little gold rings you can slightly see the discoloration in it. That and I figured out that's what it was. The spring had fallen over, and it almost, exploded my battery because it was shorting the battery out. But, I pulled it apart a little bit, gave it a little more tension, and I haven't had that issue since. But, it was weird when you push the button on your mod and it burns your finger. But, aside from that, I really like the mod. I like the look of it with the VV Nova tank. It works great. I don't get a silica taste. It holds, I'd say, around a mil of juice, so you probably will have to keep a juice bottle close. But I like the fact that I get a rebuildable vape from this, and I can just lock my mod, put it in my pocket, and go. I don't have to worry about it leaking. I don't have to worry about the regular Genesis style things. I got to keep it sitting upright basically, and all that. And it's working great for me. To get it to wick a little bit, if you're starting to get a dry hit, this is the airflow. And if you just stick your finger over it, pull in a little bit, it'll suck some juice up into the wicks for you. And you can go. Take a vape off of it. Yeah, tons of vapor. I really like this. I'm actually going away this weekend, so I think I'm going to take this with me, just because of the ease of use with it. You build the coil and you're good to go. I really can't say anything bad about it aside from the spring mishap that happened. But it was like $16 shipped, maybe a little more from Vapor Bank. And it works great. It's so simple to set up. I think anybody getting into rebuildables could very easily set it up. With what they get in the little kit. It comes with a barrel and grip tip. And you can easily, like I said, you can easily set it up, and it kind of, the more you set them up, the more you understand how to use coils and things of that nature. And for the price, you really can't go wrong. This is a K-Fun clone, which is a high-end rebuildable atomizer, silica. From what I don't have one to compare it to, but this was like a $40 setup. And it works just as good as my $250 setups. Excuse me. So, I really don't think you can go wrong. I got it on a GG clone. I think this is called the Chi-Chi. It's a Chinese clone of the GG telescoping. I got a 18500 battery in here. And it's good size. I think it's, I don't know, it's not even 6 inches long. It fits in my pocket good. And I get a great vape. I can't argue with that. That's what I go for, is a great vape. So, I recommend it. I really do. It works great. Obviously, it has a plastic tank when it comes with it, so you might want to watch out for the juices you put in. It might crack it. I don't know. The juices that I use, I've never, ever cracked a tank. So, I don't know what juices do that, because I don't use them. But, it's a great device. It really works well. I can't say enough about it. And, especially for price point, you can't go wrong. Even if you don't like it, you really didn't waste that much. Because the thing that it's cloned off of, I think, is around $200 if you can get one. They're kind of hard to get, the K-Funs. But try it out if you want to get into rebuildables like this. This would be a great starting point, in my opinion, just because you're not spending a lot of money. And you see if you like it better than a cardio tank or something like that. For me, cardio tanks are kind of obsolete for me. I don't like the vape off of them as much as I do with rebuildables. So, if you want to take the next step into vaping, like I suggest this one. Take another pull off of it and I'll end this up. Yeah, it's great. So check it out. Like I said, vaporbank.com. It's in the rebuildable section. It's the Dream bt804 rebuildable. All right, keep vaping.